and it was just stalking them. And everything was checked and checked. We had very great difficulty in seeing the state government or the council. And I always say to myself, if it is the right thing to do, and if you have the strong sense of self-belief, friends, this is very important. You must have a strong sense of self-belief. That's the only asset we had. We had no other assets. A strong sense of self-belief that you're out there trying to do something right. And this sense of self-belief is within you. I'd like you to take this back. You are your best friend. You are with your friend for 24 hours a day, from birth to death. You support your friend. You believe in your friend. You take your friend to bed. You sleep with your friend. Believe in yourself. That's all we had. We had nothing. There were a lot of sufferings, a lot of sleepless nights, and the hill was very steep to climb. We had no money, lack of long-term credibility, self-belief. And due to the persistence and a never give up attitude, never ever give up if you believe in something, we were out there to build a city. Friends, this took 4.5 years. The government said to us, to approve a future city in this country, we do not have a planning instrument. And if you do want to get approvals because you are a damn nuisance, and I can't get rid of you and our team, you need to have a validating legislation and an act of parliament. Did not know how to spell that word. Now, took 4.5 years. It went to parliament. I went with my planner that night. We sat there, crossed our fingers, hours of discussion. As you know, we have 89 parliamentarians, friends. You got the government, the opposition, and independents. Everyone is different. There was a long debate. After many hours, late at night, it was unanimously passed by Queensland Parliament. And for the first time in the history of this country, a city was given birth to by a parliament unanimously. 1997. This is, as again, I repeat, chase the success and money will follow. It's good to be able to talk here today, but can I say it has got a lot of practical difficulties and challenges, and you've got to ride it over. You've got to ride it over, and self-belief is very important. That's your asset. To give you some facts, 1993 when we started, you could buy a house in Ipswich for $25,000, Red Bank Plains for $45,000, Collingwood Park for about $40,000. Today it has risen by 9 times, 10 times some areas. It has just lifted the region. That's what Chase success is all about. Everybody has benefited out of it. I'm absolutely glad everybody has benefited out of it. 18 years we have been going to be the 19th year. Over 3.2 billion has been spent in this project by all parties involved within the project. Last year, first year, 1993, it was 6.3 million. Last year saw an expenditure of $610 million, and it's rising. To support it and to support its success, the state government, as you know, as Roshan said, is supporting a railway line of $0.6 billion. It'll go up to about over $1 billion because they have to duplicate the highway, but that's not been announced. And the federal government has spent $3.1 billion. Money will follow. You have to lead it. We have now over 20,000 residents moving at the rate of 3.3 families per day. We have 9,000 students studying there. We have very many businesses. We have got 15 educational facilities and businesses from mom and dad to major national operations. In addition to this, and to show if you chase success, the state and federal government are further committed, not for me, not for Springfield, but due to our rapid population growth that Springfield, that Queensland is having. The approval we have is for a 390 hectare CBD. Brisbane CBD is 156 hectares, Sydney is 161 and Melbourne is 240. One day you are going to see the largest city emerging in this part of the world. Education and health are education, health and IT are the cornerstones of this project, and I place a lot of emphasis on education. And today, with 9,000 students for a resident population of 20,000, that's the highest ratio of residents to students. And when the project reaches 105,000, compare that to Darwin, which is 114, we plan to have 35,000 students. Again, the highest ratio of student to residents. You have to educate our society. We are committed to adding human capital, friends. We are committed to adding human capital. 10 years ago, there were no kids studying in that part of the world. It's not about making a quick buck. This is why we drive education in all its forms. We have 8 schools, Catholics, Uniting, Anglican, state schools, the whole lot. We've got TAFE, we've got a university, and all forms of education. I'll show you this. That's the master plan of what's happening around there. Please come and have a look at it, be my guest. That's your master plan of the whole project. It's 9.5 kilometers north to south, 4.5 kilometers east-west. That's the major shopping center, which will be twice the size of Pacific Fair. This is Education City, where all forms of educators are in one spot. This is Health City, and I'll explain that to you a bit later on. I'm very passionate about that. And balance of it is various, this is a CBD, the future CBD, and the balance is all the residential activities that you'll see. That's education. It's a campus there, it's 5 years old. It's had a 30% increase in student numbers last year. And this one is very important, and I want you all to look at this. This is health. Health is 52 hectares. 52 hectares, to give you an idea, is 1/3 the size of the CBD of Brisbane. And it will have 1/3 the size of the CBD in terms of building area when it's finished. A public and private hospital, 1,200 beds. And around Royal Brisbane Hospital, you have got 148 healthcare providers. We have identified 320 healthcare providers. That's a physio, chiro, and all those related to providing healthcare and supporting the hospital. 1,500 apartments for active retirees up to 55 to 75. 2,500 aged care beds, low care to high care, a 5-star hotel for daycare patients to be shifted, a 3-star hotel for friends and relatives, and this is R&D facilities. Bayer, Pfizer, and all the drug companies who are trialing drugs to be relating themselves to the patients here. A unique experience. This has not happened in the world. Who said that? Harvard Medical Institution, whom we have engaged to advise on this. They said this model does not exist in the world, friends. There is a similar model in Ohio, in USA, but not quite as same. One of our sad things in society is federal government study shows that 80% of your healthcare cost goes to 20% of your population. So this is our 80% of our population, that aged care people who spend 80% of cost goes to this 20% of the population, and they have easy access to health care.